your boy named Diddy.
Ambitious Ace.
Bang Bang Boomerang.
Yeah, we are the Report Card Podcast. We got a special guest here today. We got Melissa B.
Hey!
Hey.
All right, we songwriter, Arthur.
Dope.
Yeah, I know, right? Also, she has her own nonprofit as well. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Melissa B. I'm an artist, singer, songwriter. I'm also a network engineer.
Oh, okay.
I build and design computer networks, and I'm also an author. I'm a woman of all jack of trades.
Nice. So the network engine, the network building, how does that work?
So I basically, I'm not one of those, artists that try to not do something. I love computers, and I've always loved computers since I was a kid. I don't want to be a starving artist, so I use my brain, and
That's what's up.
I've been designing and building computer networks and maintaining them, and I work for like law firms. I consult for law firms and financial firms and stuff on the side.
Dang.
And
Wow.
make my little money, have my money help me so that I can make my music and do what I love.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's super dope. So you've been doing the music since you were 5 years old, correct?
Yes, I started singing when I was 5 and professionally when I was 14. So I've been doing this for a minute. And I think, after I've done Star Search, I've done Making the Band with Puffy. Like I almost made it in the house with the band. I almost made it in the house.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm like friends with Dylon. Like
Oh, snap, Dylon. Oh, man. That's what's up.
Top five.
If you guys ever want to meet him, let me know because I can hook you up with him.
Oh, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We actually have a song that we did, and we haven't released it yet, but we're thinking about releasing it sometime this year.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been in the business for a while. I've been doing this, and I'm independent. And
Nice.
I'm not with a record label. I believe in being independent, owning your own masters, and being the master of your own ship.
I agree with that 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super dope.
That's really dope. Yeah, I'm interested in the Girl Geeks Dinner for Women in Technology. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I'm all about geeks, and nerd culture and everything. So,
Sure.
yeah, let us know a little bit about that.
So for the past couple of years, we've thrown dinners called Girl Geek Dinners, and it's actually globally around the world. The actual lady that actually started, her name was Sarah Blow, and she basically was going to these dinners, and she was finding that there was not a lot of women coming to these dinners because they were called Guy Geek Dinners. And she's like, wait a minute, where are the dinners for the women? Because there are women in this industry who are engineers. So she started it, and all of a sudden it just became this thing where I found it, and I was like, wait a minute, there's no Girl Geek Dinner in New York. New York, of all places.
Yeah.
In all places, right.
What? So we started these dinners, and we were getting sponsorships from like Google, Microsoft, ThoughtWorks. I've actually spoken at Google at the Women's International Day, talking about the trials and tribulations of a girl geek. And what I did was I talked about how there are lack of women in certain positions in the technology field, and also women in the music industry.
Right.
That's super dope because I know they're just starting to do something about that in Hollywood. Because I know like Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson and all of them have came together to, I forgot what the deal is called, but it basically makes sure that there's definitely like a diverse group of women and people of color and the whole thing of not just the people in front of the camera, but also the people behind the camera. So that's super dope that you can also do that in the technology field because we need, diversity in every field. And, because like even like Bang Bang here, he has a video gaming channel, and like they're trying to put together a group of women that play video games because they do play video games. But it's just that people don't, they're not, I guess they don't feel represented, and they don't necessarily come to a lot of the tournaments and stuff because it's usually a lot of guys at those things. So, it's really dope that you're doing that for the women.
Really dope.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It helps build a network as well.
Yes.
Like, I'm an engineer myself by trade, and I know for female engineers it's really hard because they're in a classroom with just a bunch of males. So where do you go unless you go with the males and things of that nature? So that's really dope.
Yeah. And imagine like also like I've been in the music industry for a while, and me being a network engineer, I started realizing too that you know, there's not a lot of women when I walk in the room in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm constantly walking in the room and there's a lot of guys. How do you think a woman feels sometimes?
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, is there a female producer? Is there you know, outside of the writers that you see sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm also part of the Recording Academy, so I'm a voting member of the Recording Academy. And I'm one of those artists that really do want to help make a change. Like, I really do want to do something to help inspire women who are in this industry, right? To even the young girls who are in high school or junior high, because these girls don't see women in these positions because they don't talk about it, right?
Right.
Like, do you remember the movie that came out? I forgot the name of it. It was the lady that basically, she was African American. She was an engineer, and she helped with the NASA space.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah, Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah,
Do you know, when I saw that, I cried. I cried at the end of that movie, and my mom was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "Because if I would have seen this years ago, I probably would have wanted to become an engineer for NASA."
Right.
But they don't show these things. And women like us, right? We have these positions, and we have the platform to help people, to help girls, inspire them. So that's where I'm this different type of artist. I don't just sing, you know?
Right.
My music, I combine music and technology, and I show people I'm not just connected to you through the technology part of it. I'm connected to you through a different way. And I try to inspire girls to say, hey, you could be a network engineer. You could be an engineer of audio. You could be an engineer of computers.
Yeah.
So that's why I use my music to help me connect with kids, help me connect with people.
I think that's real dope because that makes sense because, you know, a lot of kids nowadays learn through music and everything like that.
Yeah.
So not only they can like your music, but they can find out more about the artist and how they make a living, how they inspired to do this and that. And I think that's really dope. That's a real dope collaboration between, you know, your passion and your career and everything like that. So it's really dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys an example of something I did. So I have a music video that I put out, and it was just a slight little demo that I did, and it was called Mindframe. Basically, Mindframe, the song that I wrote, it was about, you ever seen Weird Science, the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Weird Science.
My thought was that I became the computer program and someone built me, but what I used was, I said, everybody's using these Snapchat filters, right? I said, who's Snapchat's competition? So I did my research, and I looked up a company called Snow. Come to find out, Snow is larger than Snapchat. And guess what? Snow's not allowed to be in Asia. So they had millions of followers in Asia. I said, let me see if I can do a music video. I took my phone. I did all the filters. I had my guy create like a little music video for me, and I sent it to them, and I said, hey, I used all your filters. They were so amazed by what I did. They gave me my own filter.
Wow, that's cool.
Man.
And now I got fans all the way in South Korea.
That's what's up. That's really dope. That's really dope.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, people don't realize this is one of the most powerful things that's ever been created. And if you use your mind to it, people don't even realize stuff that you post, stuff that you do, you could do a whole music video off of this thing.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy. We actually got some fans in South Korea too.
Yeah, man. Because we got a lot of fans.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot of K-pop reactions, so
Yeah.
they show us a lot of love.
A lot of love, man. They're really supportive, man.
Yeah, I've seen some of you guys stuff, some reviews you guys done. I actually was laughing. It was kind of cute.
Yeah, especially this guy, right?
Yeah, man. He's a character.
Yeah. So, your two songs that you have out right now, well, you have a lot more than two songs, but your two most recent songs, I'll say that. Give It To Me and The Light. They're on two completely different spectrums of like sonically.
Yeah.
So like, how did you go about creating both of these? Because like, you know, Give It To Me is a more dance, kind of reminds me of
disco.
some like disco. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes you want to roller skate.
It does. I think he said that too.
That's what he was saying.
No, that's exactly what I wanted. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, because I don't know if people realize roller skating is like in our pastime as growing up as kids, right?
Yeah.
And all of us, you know, come on, we're not getting any younger. We're getting a little older. But the thing is, we got to teach the kids, right?
Yeah.
And they're the ones looking at all the music from the past.
Right.
So why not mix old with the new?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's true.
Absolutely.
And then
So
when
I
you
like
listen to
to
the light puts you in like a mood. You know what I mean? It's like it's really engrossing. It has like a euphoric. I don't really know how to put it in words.
No, when you sent it to me, I was just like, yeah. You know, I was just feeling it because it just really sets the mood and the vibe, and it's really, really dope.
Yeah, man. It puts you not in the sunken. It's like not the sunken place from Get Out, but more of like a super chill sunken place. So like. Where were you at mentally when you were making this song? Like, were you feeling that way? Like, or did the beat kind of push those lyrics out of you?
When I wrote that song, it took me 15 minutes to write.
Oh, wow.
I was the way I was inspired is I was seeing there was something that happened in Africa. I don't remember exactly what part of Africa, but there was a famine going on at the time, and I saw children, you know, dying. I saw people crying. I saw, you know, our people. You know, and I started thinking about, wow, do we realize who we really are as people, as our people? You know, do we? When I said look up to the stars as we pray at night, wondering who we are. Gotta make this right. Remind us who we used to be, right? Because we, as a Black community, we are very powerful. And this song was more about telling people, wake up.
I feel that. Yeah.
We got to know who we are. We are more powerful than what we truly understand.
Yeah. 100%.
That's as a homage to my African American roots, obviously, because I'm Afro Latina. My mother's Puerto Rican. My father's Black.
Hey.
What's up?
My wife just put her hand up.
I'm like J-Lo and Whitney mixed in one, you know. So you know, I'm very passionate about that. I'm very passionate about inspiring my people, inspiring who we are. And if I can write my songs and do that, then I'm gonna do it. Like listen, it's so crazy. I'm talking to you guys about this right now. I have a couple of songs that I just recently realized that before I put this EP together, I said I have songs that basically are about inspiration, you know, and I'm going to have to put it out and that's why I love being independent.
You don't have to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Because if you was at a label, you have to call them and like, is it okay to put this song out? You know.
Yeah. But yeah, this song was to inspire people. Yeah.
So I guess I can lead right to, you know, the book, you know, Digitally Independent. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, that one. Whew. Okay.
I did see, hold on, before you start, I did see your post after you had put it out, and you were just like, oh my God, I can't believe people actually bought the book. Like, it was like a whole nother feeling, like, you know, something you put out and people were actually purchasing it and reading it.
Yes. So let me tell you how this happened. I did not ever want to write a book. I did not. It was, and don't think it was like somebody, you know, they were like betting me or something like that. They were, you know, Melissa, write a book. It wasn't like that. I was caught in a position where someone was going to help me and they dropped the ball, and I'm a Capricorn, and I'm not going to not finish something. I like going towards the finish line. When I start something, I have to finish. So I was like, I'm going to finish this book. But how it started is because I was constantly going in the studio with my engineer, Michael Ashby. And every time I go in the studio, these artists are always asking me questions. How do you do distribution? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I'm like, how are you guys putting out your stuff? Right? And people are they're like, oh, SoundCloud. And I'm like, wait a second. Do you think just putting your music out on SoundCloud, that's it? They're like, yeah. I'm like, no, absolutely not. Right? So I've been doing my own business for, you know, my own record label by myself, you know, with my team. And I was like, I basically knew the formula. And I was like, I looked at research. I was like, nobody's telling the formula.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling anybody how to do this. They don't want you to know because they're going to make more money off of you. And there are people scamming on people.
Yeah,
and that's not who I am. If I can give my brothers and sisters information to help them to cut all the crap, and then I'm going to write the book. And I literally started in May, and I finished the book in October, and I put it out.
Oh.
And how was that? How did it feel like to finish it and put it out?
when I touched it, when I had it printed out and I was touching it, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, this is real. Like, I did this.
So was the process?
I did this.
Was the process like hard for you, or it just came to mind just that easily?
You know what? The process was not hard. The only thing was, it's like with anything, like with my music. Nobody told me how to get distribution. I had to figure it out. Nobody told me how to do all these things. I had to figure it out. So just like with the book, I had to figure it out. I self-published myself, hence being digitally independent. Independent, self-published.
That's dope because it just makes me think, like, I don't know if you've heard Lil Nas X song, Old West Road.
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
Yeah.
He put the song out.
No, I was so proud of him.
But the thing is he just signed to a label, and it's just like he didn't need it. You know what I mean? Because it's like the song blew up on its own. Like it organically blew up. Justin Bieber got behind it. The labels came to him basically begging because he didn't need them at that point. So unfortunately, if he would have read your book, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't be on Old Town Road. He'd be on some old rich Beverly Hills because he would have been able to keep everything. And I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, with the deal he signed, I'm pretty sure he ain't get that type of deal. And that's unfortunate. And it does suck because a lot of artists really do think SoundCloud is the, like, put it on SoundCloud, hope it gets discovered by somebody so I can get signed. It's like, for what? You're giving up everything. They give you nothing. They give you a little check, and then you still got to pay them back for that. And then they're gonna tell you, oh, shrink. We gotta charge you for shrink, all the damaged product, like all of this stuff they take out of your budget.
It's too easy.
They'll give you, they'll give you a new chain. Oh, and they'll tell you nothing about it, and then that comes out of your budget as well. It's a bad deal,
I can tell you this: the one person, and God bless him, God bless his soul, is Nipsey Hussle. He was truly an innovator. Okay, who would sell a mixtape for $100?
Exactly. And then put the next one out for $1,000.
Hello. It's like this. He basically, and I started, I started researching him a lot more on what he was saying, and this brother had something. He really was, starting something. And in a way, if you really look at his life, he's now inspired more Nipsey Hussles to come out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And even in women too, because we hustle too. And the thing is like, I think that a lot of people, a lot of artists, they keep thinking this central-minded thing, and they don't think outside the box. Right? I agree. So like me, I tell people when they ask me stuff, they're like, well, what about in America you do music? I said, I don't even think about this over here. I said, I'm going overseas because I'm looking at Asia. I'm looking at China. I got fans in China. I got fans in Japan. I got fans in Germany. I lived in Germany. I lived in Japan when I was a kid. So these different places, people need to think. Don't just think in America, because America is not all. You can also think in a Hispanic world too. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these artists, they're not understanding that how powerful they are being independent, because you own your own masters. You are the key. You are the key. And Kanye West said it's the best. If you do that, you're going to be a slave. You're enslaving yourself in a contract. Why do that when you can be the master of your own destiny? And it's the truth.
That he can't even retire the way they did his contract. They won't even let him retire.
I know.
That's
he's actually in a court case right now because of that.
I think he's trying to get the masters to his albums. I don't think he owns the masters to any of them. Rockefeller owns a couple of them. Def Jam owns some of them.
Isn't that something? That you're a creator, right? You created the music, but someone else owns your stuff. Owns your creation. It makes no sense to me.
It makes absolutely no sense, because the people that are seeing the majority and the bulk of your money are people that aren't even putting any input on it whatsoever.
Absolutely.
These are the people that are sitting in an office and they're like, well, that doesn't sound like the new #1 song that's on the radio, so we don't want you to put that out. We need a song that sounds like Lil Nas X right now.
Yeah.
We need something that sounds like Drake Controller. Can you do that? If you can't, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And then they're controlling all the way you sounds. Like, look at Uzi.
Controlling the masses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a really crappy situation. So I think every one of y'all need to go out and download Melissa B's book, Digitally Independent. Where can we find the book at right now? So
you can go to Amazon. It's in Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
You can Amazon, I would say, is the quickest because you can get the ebook or the physical.
Okay.
And it's $5. You can invest $5 for your life.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, it's investing in yourself.
Yeah,
exactly. You got to invest in yourself and your knowledge if you want to progress into the music, because there's even other things you could do. You can send your songs to TV, to commercials.
Oh yeah, sync licensing. They don't know about that either.
Exactly.
And mind you, that's part 2 that I'm about to do. My next book.
Okay.
I'm about to write the other one, but that's going to be more about the emotional part of being an artist, and also showing them about things where they can go and make more money from their music, video games,
TV
shows, soundtracks.
Man.
Your music go on and on and on. But
you don't think about it, but it's really that simple.
Especially if you're an artist and you just had a song that just blew up. Like, what do you do? Especially if you didn't have like a background that, preached business. You good at the art, but there's a whole nother world that you have to learn like overnight. And then that's how you can get caught up with a contract or something like that in that nature. So.
Because they're afraid to put all the work into it and everything like that, and put the effort.
Where do you start?
Yeah.
Where do you start? You got a number on it.
Did you guys see the artist? He did Tatiana.
Blueface.
Yeah.
There was an interview.
He didn't even know he was signed to 5
He
labels.
didn't even know what the hell he signed. I was like this. Oh hell no.
Yeah.
I said, oh no, this brother did.
That hurt me to my soul.
Yeah, that hurt.
That hurt, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just unfortunate, man. Like I'm hoping that Drake doesn't sign with a label, because he's in a position where he didn't need it when he signed one to begin with. So he's in a real prime position.
I don't think he's going to. He's too smart for that.
Yeah.
He knows his worth.
Yeah. Well, the thing that scares me is because in one of the things he said that he had an album ready for whoever he signs to next, and I was just like, huh? Why would you sign to anybody? Like,
just release it on your own.
Just put it out yourself.
Well, maybe he might. Maybe not signing. Maybe he's talking about distribution.
Yeah.
Because a lot of artists now, they're not doing the 360 deals anymore because we're too smart for that now.
Yeah.
We're too educated. We know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And they're not going to sell their soul. I'm sorry. They're just not. Nipsey didn't want to do that, and hence he was like, shoot, I could just sell my damn records in my damn store myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Got a question?
You know?
You think you got any questions?
Oh, I absolutely do. My thing, number one, how do you manage to do all of this? I say that because I have a hard time getting up in the morning cooking breakfast. But you out here making books, making music, traveling the world. How do you do that?
You know what? I thank my parents for. I grew up in a military family, but it's all time management. I learned that from college. You have to, put in the time. And if you don't have the time for certain things, you have to make the time. And if you set your mind to something and you want to do it, you can do anything. Mm-hmm. Nothing can stop you. I learned that a lot of people, they're like squirrel. They're like, but
it's so easy to get preoccupied.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. I always tell people, write things down. Do a to-do list. And write out 5 things that you want to accomplish. 5 things. Put it on your book. And I guarantee you, every day you keep saying, I'm going to do these 5 things. And you'll start marking them off.
Yeah, I do know that if you also the whole idea of like just adding a little bit of progress to something. So you may not say, hey, I don't have 2 hours to work on that right now, but I got 20 minutes. So I could just do 20 minutes today. And by the end of a week, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're almost done. Yeah. As opposed to just saying, well, I don't have the full 2 hours right now.
Right.
So I'm not even going to bother. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's all time management.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something someone said. I heard them say. When someone gives you an excuse, An excuse is half of a lie and a partial reason as to why you don't want to do something.
Oh man.
Man.
I mean, an excuse is 100% that is an excuse. It's
Absolutely.
almost like a justification for why
Exactly.
Yeah.
something can't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in essence, like, you know, I didn't work out yesterday because of my thumb, but I'm very aware that it was leg day. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't a valid enough excuse. Like, I
Right.
could have did something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I feel like that's another valuable thing. Like, you have to be able to own up to your own stuff.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to say, hey, I know I didn't do that because of this.
Right.
I'm going to
Right.
go ahead and continue back with this on so-and-so time and date, because you have to be able to call yourself out, because if you don't,
That is
you'll
so
end up
true.
falling into this
Yeah.
whole
yourself
keep
accountable.
pushing everything off
Yeah.
Yeah.
and never actually completing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, too? Finish answering your question. Another person that's truly inspired me, well, two people, was Prince and Michael Jackson.
Mm.
Because seeing them accomplish the things that they accomplished, you should have no excuse
Yeah.
as to anything that you want to do.
Did you hear the
Especially
story about Prince? Actually, I think he used to open up for the Rolling Stones, I want to say.
Mm.
I think so.
When he first started,
that
he opened up for the Rolling Stones, and he got booed out of the venue his first concert. And then the second concert, he got booed out of the venue, and he walked up to them and was just like, I'm quitting. And they were just like, excuse us? Like, we're the biggest band in the world. He's like, yeah, I know, I'm doing my own tour because your fans don't understand what I'm doing here.
Exactly.
And they were saying that, like, at the time, people thought he was crazy, because it was just like, you don't leave a tour with the Rolling Stones
Yeah.
and go do your own thing. But
Yep.
sure
You gotta
enough,
find his people.
he ended
Yeah,
up
found his-
blowing up and becoming the person that he was.
Mm.
It's about knowing your
And
worth.
not just that, he inspired other people too, because I don't know if y'all know, Devontae from Jodeci, he ran away from home to audition for Prince's band.
Huh.
Wow.
And Prince was like, hey man, you're good, but you need to go do your own thing.
And go home.
And he went home and started Jodeci.
That's
Man.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
it's easy to look at Prince and see like 100% inspiration. So has Prince
Yeah.
inspired your music?
Yes. Like Prince and Michael, but I have the song I told you, Mind Frame. If you hear that, you'll hear a little Prince in it. People
Okay.
hear, they're like, oh my God, I hear Prince in this. I'm like, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
Prince.
yeah.
Prince is a amazing talent because he never stuck to the same genre of music.
Yeah.
Every single, you know, everybody always gets upset because they were like, why didn't he do music like Purple Rain again? Because he said, I did Purple Rain already. If you want to hear Purple Rain,
Right,
go
right.
listen to Purple
It's
Rain.
all over again.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are you working on now? Like, I know you said you did record some songs recently, but are you working on an EP? You know, are you doing some more ballads, some dance songs?
I am working on another project, but it's very secret. So I can't really talk about it
Okay.
because when I do come out with it, you'll know.
Okay.
I'll tell y'all.
Is it
Okay.
that, is it that, is it that Dylan
You'll know
Dillinger,
it's
that hot
me, but
fire?
everybody else won't know it's me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you open to the concept of acting? You know, doing some movie roles, TV shows?
Oddly enough, I just got booked for a commercial.
Oh,
Okay.
let's go.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's good.
word.
Yeah, I'm gonna be filming on Tuesday. I got booked for a commercial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's
exciting.
crazy.
That's what's up.
That's
What's
crazy.
up?
If
Yeah.
in your ideal world, is there like a co-star actor that you would love to work with, and like a director that you would like to work with?
Not really. I haven't thought about anything like that yet. I have to talk to my aunt about that because she's in the business too. My aunt is Dawn Lewis. She played Jaleesa in Different World.
Oh,
snap.
whoa.
Yeah.
What?
So I have to like talk to her and ask her, but she's a great filmmaker. I actually would love to work with my aunt. Actually,
Wow.
That's dope.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
yeah, she groomed me. You know, she groomed me in this industry. You know, and I thank her so much. But you know, I do my own stuff, and she's inspired me a lot. She's one of the true inspirations in my life.
That would be good. So you listen from a different world. That's
That's really crazy.
Were you able to go like to set when you were younger or anything like that?
No. But I've gone and I've seen my aunt, on set with stuff that she's done, and it's fun. It's very inspiring to watch her work, and I've seen her, with her shows and her writing stuff, and she's actually, written really great stories, and she's had a couple of her stuff in pilot,
Okay.
So she's an inspiration to me. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great, man.
So if you had like one dream collaboration as an artist and
that's a good one.
and like separate from a songwriter as well, like who as a songwriter you would like to work with, and who's an artist that you would like to work with?
Songwriter that I would like to work with?
Yeah.
Diane Warren.
Okay.
Love to work with her. And artists, who would I like to work with? That's a good one. I think I would like to work with J-Lo.
Really?
Okay. All right.
She just put a new song out too with French Montana. I haven't actually listened to it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The album artwork, the artwork for it looks really dope. But man, you and J-Lo, huh? Would it be a dance song?
No.
No.
A dance song. I think I would try to get her to do something worldly, but I'm pretty sure she'd want to dance. I'll move with her. It's okay.
Hey, you got to keep up with her. You remember she was a fly girl.
Yeah, I know.
So is there any artists that you're like listening now to that are inspiring you, like that are currently putting out music?
Actually, yeah, there's one guy that you guys did a review on, Kyle Dion.
Oh, man.
Kyle Dion, like he and I actually we were picked on Fact Magazine in 2000, couple years back. I forgot, 2016. We were named with Nayo the top R&B artists to look out for.
Oh, wow.
Around the world.
Nayo, that's N-A-O, right?
N-A-O.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's crazy. That must have been an honor, huh?
Man.
Oh, absolutely. He's dope.
Yeah.
He's fucking dope.
Yeah.
I think he's like the Marvin Gaye of our time.
Man, that dude is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we put him on to it.
I'm a fan.
Man, that'd be crazy if you guys got in the studio
and he's
together.
Independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Man,
That's different. He's so different. He's dope. I like him a lot.
yeah, that's super dope.
That's super dope.
So, I know this is like off question.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite Disney movie?
My favorite Disney movie?
Yeah. And an animated movie.
Animated movie. Oh my gosh. Sleeping Beauty?
Sleeping Beauty.
What?
I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either.
Beauty.
Lion
Yeah,
King.
You said Lion King?
Yeah, I like Lion King.
Well, you Lion King too?
Yeah, you know I'm Lion King all day.
What?
Yes.
Y'all whack.
Lion King. I'll be first in line for the live action one when it comes out.
I'm rolling with
in.
Aladdin, man. I like
Aladdin? Okay, that's next to it. Aladdin's
Okay.
next now. Yeah.
Are you up in arms about?
And Dumbo. I like Dumbo too.
Okay.
Did you go see the live action Dumbo movie?
No, I want to go see it.
It got really bad reviews.
Oh, don't see.
Why?
People are basically saying Tim Burton is done. Like he needs to give up doing movies.
Man,
Let me go see the movie and I'll put out my own damn review.
Yeah, I know that's right. You guys got any?
No, I mean, hey, keep doing what you're doing. I like everything and everything. I like what you're building. I'm going to check out the book myself and everything like that. So yeah, I like what I'm hearing with the music. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. I like the message as well. I think it's really important that artists, use their platforms to really make a difference. So what you're doing is really cool, and I bet you're a big inspiration to a lot of up and coming artists, engineers, and so on and so on. So that's really cool. I'm definitely gonna check out the book.
Yeah.
If you have it on audio, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Oddly enough, I was gonna do my audiobook, but I'm doing too much stuff. I'm gonna hire somebody to do it. I ain't doing it. I don't have the time. I need, like you're asking me, what's where do you find time? This time I can say I don't have the time. But I am, and I'll let you know as soon as when it's out. I will let you know.
Definitely.
What's up?
Yeah, I really appreciate you reaching out to us, man. You know, the music is really dope.
Yes.
You know, you got something really dope going on. I really want to hear this Dallon Dillinger joint.
Yeah, I do too. I do.
Before we release it, I will definitely let you guys be the first ones to do a review for us.
Okay. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
And you gotta let us review the secret project that you're working
on.
on.
Oh, are you kidding me? You guys will be my first people to do it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah, we really appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
We really appreciate the call.
And
so where everybody can find her, like,
yes,
you know, everything,
everybody
your website,
your
Instagram, social media, all that.
Yes, my social media is Melissa B Live, all on Twitter, all on Instagram. If you want to find me on my website, go melissab.com. Simple, very easy. MELISSA, the letter B.com.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
And y'all remember, go get that damn book.
Go get that book.
Yeah.
Y'all don't need to be signing. Not seriously
For
though.
real.
Y'all don't need to be
really.
signing
I
no
mean,
bad
this inspired
deals.
me, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just everything. Go get it.
Yes, get the book.
Get the book.
Yeah, get the book. Go check out the music.
Stream my music.
Yeah,
Buy
exactly.
my music.
Yes.
You know?
Do all
It
that.
helps me as an artist. I only put my money back towards my music so I can give you more.
There you go.
Another thing real quick. I was on YouTube. How do you feel when you actually go back and check out some of your older stuff? Because, you know, some of your older stuff is actually still up there. So, like, do you listen to it and just be like, man, I remember that. I remember that exact moment when I was in the booth doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get those type of moments where you know?
I do. And sometimes I'm like, oh, my God, well, I've changed so much.
Mm-hmm.
I've grown so much, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I look at that and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
But most of the times it's a joy to see the process,
Yeah.
right?
Most
And
definitely.
you see you're basically filming your you know, your process of how you're going, and you're seeing your growth.
It's dope that you say that too, because
Yeah.
I listen to Gary Vee and he says that's where it's at. Like he says, he's like, everybody wants to, you know, do Instagram and Twitter, but the real thing is in documenting your process. He was like, that's what people get behind. They like to see, like, they look at you this month, and then 3 months from now, they're like, oh, damn, they're over in Italy doing something. And they're actually growing with you, and they're just like, man, I actually saw when she was doing this, and now I'll see her doing this. I saw when she was in the studio, posted a picture of her recording this song, and now she's over here selling it in front of a packed out crowd.
It's amazing to see growth.
You know, it's dope when you could actually follow that whole process from point A to point B, or when you're putting merch ideas together, and then when the merch is actually sitting there, you know, and then people will look back to this interview and say, hey, I remember her talking about writing another book.
That's
and
right.
Here it is right here.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Just like, I just want to say something, because like when you're talking about, you know, filming and everything, like my engineer, Michael Ashby, unfortunately wasn't able to be here, but he's my
Grammy Award winning.
Yeah, he's a Grammy Award winning engineer now. And we have footage from the time we started. People see where Michael has come from, right? And from Cardi B coming in the middle of the night recording in our neighborhood. You know, nobody knew that she was coming in the middle of the night recording, and she recorded Bodak Yellow there. You know, she recorded he recorded her mixtape or 2 mixtapes, and he did that. And here's this kid who I found, you know, and through the people that we knew, through our contacts and everything, people started coming to him. You know, and it's all about you helping your people in your community.
Networking.
Because there are talented people in your circle. It's not just yourself. You got to help others around you.
Right, most definitely.
That's important.
Yeah,
because it's not just you who's going to make it there. You're all going to make it together.
Right, exactly.
And that's 100% how we all kind of linked up together, because our whole thing here is to keep introducing everybody to everybody so we can all keep growing, because everybody adds something to like this big transformer that is a machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's 100% how it works.
Yeah.
Well, when y'all do a review on my song, The Light, I want to see y'all reaction.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's why y'all are called the Report Card Podcast. I need to know how y'all feel. I need to see reactions.
Oh, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to, because I love that you guys have set this up, and it's a great platform that you guys have created.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, the thing is before, actually, it was last week we had recorded our reaction to the "Give It to Me Right."
Yeah.
The light,
yeah.
So it's gonna be on the front part of this video, for sure.
Okay, great.
But we didn't know the light was out, cause see, unfortunately, I had listened to the light. Like, soon as I saw it up, I was like, oh, snap. And then I listened to it, I was like, yo, this is dope.
And he sent it to me, and I was just like, whoa.
So I wish we would have did it on film.
Yeah.
But yeah, we appreciate it so much, man. We're going to definitely have to do this again.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to it. All of you guys go subscribe to everything Melissa B is doing.
Yes,
Melissa B
right
on
now.
Instagram.
Yes.
You even have a YouTube as well, right?
Yes, it's Melissa B Music, and it's official. YouTube has finally verified me.
Hey, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all go ahead and become a subscriber to that.
Yes.
Put notifications on.
Yes.
Just like you put notifications on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're definitely going to be doing this again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
We appreciate y'all coming through.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.